What if a medication originally designed for diabetes and weight loss could also cut migraine days nearly in half? Not slightly improve them, not reduce severity just a little, but actually drop monthly migraine days from around 20 to about 11. That's exactly what early research is now suggesting about a GLP-1 drug called Liraglutide. And for the millions of people living with chronic migraines, this could be something we haven't seen before. We usually think of GLP-1 medications like liraglutide, semaglutide, and tirzepatide as tools for blood sugar control or weight loss. But new research is now exploring something very different: the brain, specifically how these drugs might affect migraine frequency independent of weight loss. And that distinction is important because in a recent 2025 pilot study, patients didn't just lose weight. In fact, most didn't lose significant weight at all, yet their migraines still improved dramatically. Researchers studied 31 adults with obesity and chronic treatment-resistant migraines. These were not mild cases. Participants were dealing with roughly 20 migraine days per month on average, even while already on other preventative treatments. They were given daily injections of liraglutide for 12 weeks. The result? Average migraine days dropped from about 20 to 11 per month, a reduction of roughly 9 headache days monthly. Nearly half of participants had at least a 50% reduction in migraine frequency, and some saw even greater improvement. Even more interesting, this happened alongside minimal weight change, no major shifts in BMI, and no strong link between weight loss and migraine improvement. That suggests the effect isn't just metabolic. It's likely something more neurological. So what's actually going on here? Researchers believe there may be a few overlapping mechanisms. One major theory involves something called intracranial pressure. That refers to pressure inside the skull, something that, when elevated, has been linked to migraine-like symptoms. Intracranial pressure regulation may be one of the key pathways here. GLP-1 drugs appear to reduce this pressure in early studies, which could directly influence migraine frequency. Another possible mechanism involves a protein called CGRP, which plays a major role in migraine pain signaling. Calcitonin gene-related peptide, or CGRP, is one of the most studied molecules in migraine science. Researchers believe GLP-1 drugs may help reduce CGRP activity, potentially lowering how often migraine attacks are triggered. So instead of just blocking pain after it starts, this could be influencing the upstream system that triggers migraines in the first place. Beyond just fewer headache days, participants also reported something just as important. They felt better in daily life. Migraine-related disability scores dropped significantly, and many reported noticeable improvements within the first 2 weeks. For people living with chronic migraines, that kind of early relief is meaningful because migraines aren't just pain. They affect work, sleep, relationships, and routine functioning. Now, this is where we need to stay grounded. This was a small pilot study, only 31 participants here. There was no placebo group. Everyone knew they were receiving the drug. And while results are promising, they're still very early. Researchers also noted side effects like nausea and gastrointestinal discomfort in some of the patients, which, as we all know, is very common with GLP-1 medications. But no one stopped treatment because of them. So this is not a confirmed treatment change yet. It's an early signal worth studying further. Migraine is one of the most disabling neurological conditions in the world, affecting millions of people. And despite many available treatments, a significant number of patients still don't get adequate relief. So if a class of drugs already widely used for diabetes and weight management can also reduce migraine frequency without relying on weight loss, that opens a completely new research direction. We are still at the beginning of this, but what's interesting here isn't just the potential treatment, it's what it might reveal about how migraines actually work. Because if intracranial pressure and CGRP signaling are truly involved in this way, it could reshape how we think about prevention altogether. For now, this is something to watch closely and something worth discussing with a healthcare provider if you deal with chronic migraines and metabolic conditions. I hope you found today's video to be helpful. If so, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.